Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know this is probably a really weird angle to see me from. I'm in the middle of filming a tutorial and I wanted to film a how I put my eyelashes on, or like tips and tricks that I've found help to put my eyelashes on, because I know a lot of people, a lot of my friends even, find eyelashes really difficult. And I think eyelashes is just one of those things that are like, the more you practice them, the better you get at them. So I thought I would just sort of share some of my little tips and tricks and see if they can help you guys. So today I'm going to be using SocialEyes Vamp Lashes. I've got them out of their little packet and they look like that. I've worn these ones a couple of times. These lashes are great because you can rewear them, you know, 4 or 5 times, even more if you really look after them. They are super good quality. I've never had a problem with them. They feel really lightweight when they're on. All that sort of really good stuff. So they're what I'm using today. My first little tip is cut them to size. I cannot stress this enough. I would always prefer to cut them under than over, because that is what makes them uncomfortable. When you wear lashes and they poke you in the inner corner or they come up at the outer corner, generally it means that they are too long. So what I like to do, even though these ones are measured to my eye already, I'm going to show you what I do to measure them out anyway. These ones are getting slightly manky looking, so excuse that. Okay, so what I like to do is just take the lash without any glue on it. So I just whack it over top and let it sit as close to the lashes as possible. It doesn't matter if they're not perfect, but you get the idea of how long or short they are. So as you can see, these ones fit my eyes quite well. The outer corner matches up at the edge, and then when you flatten the inner corner down like that, it doesn't extend past my natural lashes. What I generally like to do is aim for a lash that sits about there. So you still have 2 or 3 sets of natural lashes before the lash begins. Generally, I like to do this just because it is more comfortable, and you can make the lashes fit in with your natural lashes by applying more mascara to these lashes in here, so that then it's more of a gradient. Do you know what I mean? Like, rather than applying a big thick lash, having a gap like that and having no mascara on those lashes. So I think it's really important to make sure you coat those lashes with mascara. Generally, I coat them beforehand. As you can see, I've already got mascara on. And I also coat any lashes that are sticking out on the inner corner a second time after my lashes are applied. I just find this gives them a more natural look and makes your lashes more comfortable because they are that little bit shorter. So what I like to do when I'm cutting my lashes is I hold them like this from the inner corner, because you always want to cut from the outer corner of the lash. Now what that does is it creates, again, a gradient. You have shorter lashes on the inner corner to longer lashes on the outer corner. It is just a more natural look. As you can see with your own natural lashes, well, mine personally, they are shorter in the inner corner. They then go long to the middle, and then they go a little bit shorter on the outer corner. However, they are still longer on the outer corner than they are on the inner corner. So you want to sort of mimic that natural progression of lash length, I guess you could say. You want to start shortest to longest, or shortest, longest, and then a little bit shorter. Some lash styles do come with a sort of wave effect, so they are the same length on either end of the lash and they become longer in the center. I still cut them from the outer corner because, again, you want your inner corner to be the shortest point of your lash. Okay, personally I use duo lash glue. I use the clear duo lash glue like this. I personally don't love it. I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it's crap either though. So that's what I use at the moment. I am in the market for a new lash glue. So if you have a favorite, please leave it down below, because I definitely want to try it out, because I'm, yeah, just not obsessed with this. So anyway, I apply a tiny little dollop, that's a great word, to the clear packaging of my lashes. I probably do that before I start applying mascara, just because then it gives it some time to get tacky, get a little bit sticky. That is another really big tip. Make sure your lash glue gets slightly tacky. It just will slip off and be impossible to apply if the lash glue isn't a little bit sticky. Then you can use tweezers, but personally I like my fingers. I just find that I have more control with my fingers when I use them to apply lashes. Now to apply my lash glue, I take the end of an eyeshadow brush. As you can see, this one's got like a little bit of remnants of glue on it. And what I do is I just dab the end of it in the glue, as you can see. So I've just got a little bit on the end, And what I do is I hold the lashes from the actual bristles and I just apply some along the lash band like so. Another little tip is don't apply too much, don't apply too little. Once you have applied lashes for a little while, you will get the hang of how much glue is necessary. If you put too much glue on, it will get too heavy and the lash will actually lift up or fall off because there's too much glue sort of weighing the lash down. So you want to just sort of understand which amount of glue for your particular glue is enough to stick your lash on all day but not become too heavy. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's generally how much glue I apply. Just enough to cover the band. Doesn't need to be too overloaded. Okay, so I sort of let that sit on there for a little bit longer. Not too long because then it will dry and be impossible. But what I like to do is sort of grab the end of the lash, I guess you could say, and what I aim for is the center of my eye. So I want to line up the center and the outer corner first. So I might zoom you in, see if that helps. So what I like to do is I like to look down at a mirror, so put your mirror on an angle so that you have quite an open lid. As you can see, like my lid's not creased, nothing's touching each other, it just gives you that nice canvas to work with. Then I just like to, as I said, line my lash up and place it. I haven't placed all of it, it is just sort of sitting there on that one center point that I did place it down. Now because I have nails on, I am going to use tweezers for this bit, but usually I just use my fingers. What I do is I grab the end of the lash and place it down too. So as you can see, just the end and the center of the lash is placed. Then once that sort of sits in and I've got that in a place that I'm happy with, I grab the inner corner like that. And then with my finger, hold that lash down in that inner corner so that it sticks. Now I like to leave that until I apply the other one. Again, I am taking my lash, I'm dipping my brush in glue, hold it from the end and place it in the middle. I also like to come at a downward angle to the lash lines, as you saw just then, like I plop the lash on downward like that rather than like that, like straight on. Just find that that gives it a better angle. Then we just want to apply the end like that, and then the inner corner. My next little tip, once the lashes are on there, I like to take my tweezers or my fingers and actually squeeze my natural lash and the lash band together. This just makes sure that they're sitting as close as they possibly can be to one another. Like that. Once my lashes are on, I like to make sure they're even, so you just want to make sure they're sitting at the same angle. See, lashes can sit flat like that, or they can sit flat like that. And as you can see, it sort of just gives a different angle to the lash and can make them look not so symmetrical. So I just like to make sure they're sitting at the same angle before the glue dries too much. I like to take a liquid eyeliner or a felt eyeliner and actually just cover over that lash band. Just to make it less obvious and blend in more with my winged liner. That's pretty much how I apply my lashes on a daily basis. That's just my tips and tricks. Some other things to point out is if you have a fresh pair of lashes or a band set of lashes like I am wearing today, where they are a full band, what you want to do is grab the lashes and bend them. I'm sure you've seen so many people do that. You just grab each end of the lash and you bend them like that so that it sort of softens the lash band, they're less straight. That way they fit to your eyes a little bit better, but the ones I'm wearing today, as I said, I've worn enough times that they are molded to my shape, so I didn't have to do that. I generally tend to steer clear of applying mascara to my false lashes just because I find they actually last a lot longer if you don't apply too much product to the actual lashes. I mean, you can apply mascara to them, you just need to make sure that you do gently clean that mascara off if you do want to wear them again. Otherwise they are going to start to look a little bit gluggy and not wear as many times. A little tip that I learned when I was first starting out with lashes, which I still use from time to time now, is taking your lashes, so these are the SocialEyes Glamorous lashes, cutting them to fit your eye as I said before, so cutting them from the outer corner to make sure they fit your eye properly, then cutting them in half. So you have an inner corner portion and an outer corner portion, and you can apply the outer corner first, make sure they are all stuck down, and then go in with the inner corner after that. I definitely think that's a very, very easy way to apply lashes. It's a great way to start figuring out where your lashes should go, what angle you should apply them with, what amount of glue you need, etc. Like all those little things that you need to learn along the way. I think that really, really helps. But definitely give that method a try if you can't do band lashes or if they come up at the inner corners for you. When they're cut in half, there is less tension at either end of the lash, so it makes sense that they flick up a lot less. So it is a great way to apply lashes. I just sometimes find that this is a little bit quicker. That's the only reason I do prefer this method over the other. I personally think lashes complete every eye makeup look, and they just make your eyes look so much more awake and alive and big, and yeah, I'm a big fan of lashes. I definitely think they make a difference. So hopefully this video was helpful, and hopefully my tips and tricks sort of helped you. I don't have any real original tips and tricks, like they are just things you've probably heard 100 times before, but hopefully this video was helpful anyway. Anyway guys, I'm thinking about doing a beginner's how-to playlist on my channel, sort of going over all things that are how-tos and go really in-depth into how I do them and my little tips and tricks. So if you guys would like to see that, please leave me a comment down below or like this video so I sort of gauge who would be interested in actually watching that. Anyway guys, I hope you have an awesome day and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!